Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Today is Wednesday, so it is box day. And for the next couple weeks, we are going to do some items that we probably have already done in the past, but I know it is getting ready to be craft fair season. And so we want to remind you of kind of the stuff that we've already done and also put this fresh in your mind, and you can make your boxes accordingly. Now, I do know we've already done a Kit Kat because this is one of my favorite candies and we've probably done it 2 or 3 times. We're going to go ahead and do it again. The other video, I think I decorated the box in fall themed paper because I was in Bahrain and I had the time to do it. So today I'm not going to decorate it. Well, maybe. We'll see. All right, we're going to take out our book, Fold Flat Box Template. This is the old cover. This is the new cover. They're both the same in the inside. Okay. Flip to a blank page. Hopefully you watched the refresher from last week and making a box is fresh in your mind. Let's measure this out. Let's see. It is 2 5/8, but we could probably go ahead and just push it to 2 3/4. Or you can do the 5/8. That's just going to make it a snug fit. But remember how the Kit Kat has that extra little chocolate on the side? So let's just push it out to 2 3/4. All right, so my left to right is 2 3/4. My up and down measurement is, and this is where you need to decide if you want to make room so that way your flaps can be completely down, or you're going to fold your flaps up. I'm going to fold my flaps up. So 3 3/4. And the thickness here is a little less than half. So let's just call it 1/2 inch so we can just make it easy on ourselves. By 1/2 inch. Right. Let's plug in our numbers. 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, and because I like a 1/2 inch tuck, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. All right, my left to right, 2 3/4, and my up and down, 3 3/4. Okay. Okay. As you can see in here, I'm eating it. All right. Let's measure our left to right. So you need these measurements, which I'm going to get a calculator. 0.5 plus 2.75 plus 0.5 plus 2.75 plus 0.5. So 7 by our up and down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's 1, 2, 5 3/4. Okay. So our long side is going to be our pink side. So it's going to be 1/2. 0.5 plus 2.75, 3 1/4, 3 3/4, and 6 1/2. Okay. The short side is our blue side, and that's going to be 1/2 inch and 1 on both sides. Okay. All right. Let's get our paper. So we need a piece of paper that is 7 by 5 3/4. Let's find a scrap. Okay, so I found a scrap, and I purposely wanted to find a directional scrap, so that way you can kind of see the process of working with a directional paper. I typically don't work with directional papers because sometimes I just don't want to think about it. But this one we're going to think about it because I have this scrap and I think this would be a super cute box, right? So when you have a directional paper, you have to pay attention, obviously, to direction. So you want your box to go like this, right? Because you want your birds to be facing correctly. You don't want your box to be wrapped around like this, and then it looks weird. So you kind of have to match your template. So we know that these pieces here are going to be the front of your box. So you're going to have to make your paper the way that is showing here. In this case, your up and down needs to be that 5 3/4. It needs to be that short side. And your long side needs to be the 7. So that'll kind of help you if you just kind of look at the box and say, okay, my Kit Kat's going to be like this, and I need the birds to be a certain way on here. So thankfully for me, I think my paper is already 5 3/4. And then I just need to cut it to 7. And 5 3/4. Okay. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and score it. So on the long side, we need to score it at half. Great way to use your scraps. 3 1/4, 3 3/4, and 6 1/2. Okay, there we go. Now on the short side, we need it at 1/2 1 on both sides. So 1/2 inch and 1. Rotate 1/2 inch and 1. Okay. So for my scoreboard users, those measurements are 1/2 inch 1, 4 3/4, and 5 1/4. Okay. All right. So I managed to not have any bird on my front of my box. Watch. Or the back. Here's the back. And here's the front. Oh well. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut. You can varnish first. I like to cut first. Can you see better on this side? Let's see. I think you can see those. Yeah. So whenever you place your paper, you're going to place it where it looks exactly like the template. Okay. So I have my double score marks up in here, my double score marks down here. So place it exactly how it looks like in the template. So how the paper looks, we can continue our lines. It looks like this. And you don't need these 4 boxes nor these 4 boxes on the right hand side. Same as always. So the 4, there's 2 squares and 2 rectangles. Go ahead and cut those off. Okay. What you do to the bottom, you need to do to the top. Okay. Now you have something that looks like this. We're going to go ahead and miter this just a little bit. And I'm going to cut off just a tiny sliver, optional. And now you have your score line here, your 1/2 inch score line. You're going to cut up that score line. Okay. You're going to come over here to these squares and you're going to cut off, a little bit more than half. You're going to miter and miter. You're going to come to your next vertical score line. You're going to cut up. Now, I like to cut off the first square plus a little tiny bit of the second square. That's why I say a little more than half. You don't have to cut the extra bit. The only one that you absolutely have to cut off is the first square. So I just rotated my paper and we're going to cut up, cut off, miter, and miter. Okay, and then we're going to this last vertical, cut up, cut off, miter, and miter. Okay. Right, so now we need to take our corner rounder around our corners. This is that middle piece. I call it the middle finger piece. Okay. Now you need to burnish if you have not. Yes, I craft in chaos. Get those folds nice and crisp. That is your most important part of a box. And when you're going fast, once you, well, for me, I make boxes a lot faster if I already know the measurements and I can see the video. So once you make one of these, one or two, it'll only take you like, I don't know, 5 minutes per box, if that. All right, so all of mine are burnished. This is starting position. Now, at this point, if you decide, you know what, I didn't capture those birds, I want to use this side, all you have to do is fold your fold lines the opposite way. That's it. And now when you close your box, it will look like that. Okay? I still want to use my cardinal side, so I'm going to make my folds back this way. Or if you didn't pay attention to your direction, then use the other side. No big deal. Okay. Tape or glue, which I'm going to use tape because my glue is almost out. And here we go. You're making sure you get to that edge. Peel it off, make sure there's no overhang. I also use tape if I'm making a bunch of them because I do each step individually. Like one day I'll cut all the papers to the correct size, and then the next day I'll score everything, and then I'll cut and then put my tape on. There we go. All right. So it fits perfectly. Just tuck in. Mine doesn't fit the greatest because obviously there's nothing in there. So it will tuck in. But now you have this super cute little box, and all you have to do is stick a sticker on it. Oh, this also make a great gift card holder. Let me see if I got a gift card. Oh yeah, that would fit perfectly. A couple of them in there. Or the candy and a gift card. That'd be great. Who wouldn't love that? All right. Well, there's your box, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.